Everyone, this is Sam over at the Foot Whisperer Reflexology Institute here today with another hand reflexology technique video. And today we're going to be walking the fingers, and the fingers are a wonderful place to work. It's definitely, when people come in for hand reflexology, one of the things that keeps them coming back, because we address the fingers very differently than your typical massage session. We use a very specific alternating pressure, very unique hand grip, and all of that we'll be talking about in this video. But first and foremost, let's go over what this grip entails and where we're actually going to be walking in terms of the fingers, which contain all of our head and neck reflexes. Alrighty, everybody, so let's take a look at the hand one more time so that we can get an idea of where the fingers not only are, but where we're going to walk specifically on the fingers. Okay, so the fingers, we have our shoulder line guideline, which goes like this. You'll see that on our hand map, our hand reflexology chart. And we are just going to be walking the fingers. Now, the thing with the fingers is that a lot of people try to pull and snap them, and there will be none of that in this video. Instead, we are going to be using a static pressure, but that static pressure is compressive in nature. And what that means is it's going to squeeze a lot of very helpful blood into the fingers while decompressing the joints themselves. So the way that we do this is with a finger trigger grip. So as if you're holding a pistol, we are going to use our thumb and index finger to create this compression on both the dorsal aspect and the palmar aspect, and then the medial and lateral sides. And here's how it's going to look on the video. So first, we're going to do the palmar dorsal aspect. And what we're going to do is we're going to divide each finger into 5 different sections. We have the proximal phalanx, we have the interphalangeal joint, we have the middle phalanx, we have the interphalangeal joint, and then we have the actual nail or pad of each finger. And those 5 areas are where we're going to be pressing. So we're going to press once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and we're going to do that a total of 3 times for a total of 15 passes, 3 times 5. And then we're actually going to switch our grip from palmar and dorsal to lateral and medial. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. Except we're going to be targeting the medial and lateral sides. But same thing, we're going to do it 3 times. So 30 passes per finger. So if we're doing palmar dorsal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch orientation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we will be doing the exact same thing on each of the fingers, including the thumb. So we divide each finger just like we just did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, same thing for each finger. Oop, there are only 3 there. There we go. Thumb is a little bit of an exception, and we really need to zoom in here, not actually with the camera, but we really need to focus on the thumb, because the thumb is extremely delicate. A lot of people don't understand that the meat of the thenar is where all of your musculature is for the hand, but the thumb joint itself is just leverage. It's very, very weak as a joint, which is why it blows out so often and has so much pain throughout this joint. We really need to treat it very, very carefully. So there are only 2 phalanges in the thumb. So we're going to imaginarily divide them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Into 5 different sections. But the same technique applies. We're going to be hitting the palmar and dorsal aspect 3 times, and then we are going to be hitting the medial lateral aspect 3 times. Just be careful with the thumb joint. Absolutely no pulling whatsoever on this joint, please. I don't care what you were taught in massage school. My clients specifically come to me and they tell me, Sam, I've had this done other places. I hate it. Don't do it. Especially if you're dealing with a lot of hand reflexology clientele. They're there for a reason. Normally in arthritis, a carpal tunnel, there's a level of sensitivity that is present when somebody comes in to get their hands worked on. So I encourage you to really take it easy with the fingers, but enjoy the technique because it is very powerful. It's often very subtle, but I have seen massively gnarled hands totally unwind in a single session. So really treat the fingers with as much respect as you do any other part of the body and make sure to walk them thoroughly. So let's go to the video and show you how it's done. Starting with the 5th digit, squeezing in 5 separate sections, 3 times each along the digit, for 15 total presses. Shifting to a medial lateral orientation, same thing, 5 squeezes, 3 times each. That brings us to a total of 30 applications of pressure along the digit, moving to each digit consecutively, including the thumb. Wrapping up with the thumb, again, just making sure to be a little bit more delicate than even you think, because it really is a more sensitive joint than you believe it is. So really taking it slow, taking it easy, and applying appropriate pressure. And let's check it out on the other side as well. Starting with the 5th digit again, applying our squeezes on the dorsal and palmar surface, then switching to the medial lateral surface, repeating the entire technique on this hand. And wrapping up with the thumb on this side. Again, take it easy on the joint itself. And this is how you walk the fingers of the hands on both sides. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that it accentuates your practice. Practice is the key word here. Definitely implement it ASAP and enjoy the techniques. Thanks, everybody.